Good morning, friends. How are you? Happy Thursday morning. My name is Lisa Ahmad, and I have a page on Facebook called Craft Therapy with Lisa Ahmad. I invite you to find me there. I go live often, and we make fun things and connect with each other through art. So, today I'm going to be doing just a short little project with you today, but I think that it's something fun that everybody could use, and you could make them as gifts or you know, just to make your house have a special little touch. So, what do I have? I have a light switch. I thought I had a bigger one, but I just have a small one. But this is what we're going to be doing. Good morning. How are you guys? It's so good to see you. Hi, Catherine, Lavada, and Marilyn. It's nice to see you, girls. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make our little light switch a bit fancier, right? Thank you so much for sprinkling. So appreciate that. That helps our page grow and bring some people in. Oh, thank you, Catherine. That's super awesome. All right, so I'm going to put these little guys up on my iPad. Hi, Josie. I am doing just a small little project this morning. As you can tell, I am not feeling so great, but my test was negative, so we're going to see how that plays out. But anyway, I thought, let's decorate one of these and play. So that's what we're going to do. So I am going to bring out my my little Frenchie, because I use that with my Pixie dough, right? Hello. I'm dropping stuff everywhere, aren't I? Hopefully it's not the Pixie dough that I wanted to use. I am using, might have been, is it my pack? Yeah. 1 second, I have to go get it. And of course it just doesn't drop at my feet. It has to drop across the room. Oh boy. Okay. So there's the pack. I'm going to pull this over, get my paints. Alright. So we're going to first cast our molds, right? We're going to do that. Good morning. How are you guys? Hi, Bobby. Hi, Janet. Hey, Maureen. So, hey, Peggy. Oh, I know, it's terrible. Ahmad was up all night last night. I probably look like a half zombie, but that's okay. Hi, Krista. Good morning. And I have to take drinks or else I'll be coughing too. So, what we do is, this was a thing of Pixie dough that came in a kit, right? And so I want to finish using it. But when you buy it, you get this right here, like this. So you'll get a nice big pack. And then what I do is called condition it, right? And I did this a little bit yesterday, so I might not have to do too much. I might flip this out and take from the back so I can show you. The front part has been conditioned to some extent. But you can see how it is? It's fluffy like a marshmallow, right? And that's wonderful because it's just such a good product. It's easy to use. It doesn't come like in a big hard block because it doesn't come in a big hard block that's hard to manage with your hands. It's soft and fluffy, and I much prefer that. And so I get my Pixie dough, and then I put this. I get my, what do you call it? Cornstarch. And hey, Barb, how are you? Hi, Marilyn. Oh, it's okay. Hi, Karen. Yeah, Peggy, he took, they told him to take NyQuil and Dayquil. So, my husband is not well. He has the COVID, and, but he also has leukemia. So they said you had to choose between stopping your cancer medication or taking the medication for the problem at hand. And so we chose to stay on the cancer medication because we don't want to disrupt that process. And so he's fighting it without that. So he's taking NyQuil and Dayquil, and it does seem to help, but his cough is horrible. His cough is really horrible. Hi, Vicky. Welcome. It's good to see you guys. Hi, Jane. There's Karen. I think I said hello already. All right, so this is what I call conditioning the clay. I don't know what you really call it, but it's getting it into the condition I want it to be in so that it'll go in my molds and make beautiful castings for me, right? It just takes down some of that stickiness And it just makes it really, really nice. Let me keep going. Your coughing hurt your hips, I can imagine. All right, so I'm going to do it again. You know, I just dunk in one end, and then I just kind of encapsulate that. And then I work it. It's really nice working this clay. It exercises your hands, and I really do think that a day with using clay, my arthritis is better than days when I don't, because I'm actually doing like hand exercises. You know how you could get those little squishy stress balls? And yeah, that's what this is similar to. Somebody says, Pam, I know, Pam. It's not an easy thing, is it, my friend? I wish that it would just go away for good, but, you know, my wishes aren't coming true yet. But as long as we can survive it, it'll be all right. I'm gathering myself some Pixie dough molds for January. That's good. You're getting. I think you'll enjoy it. I know I really do. I really, really do. I couldn't do it day in and day out if I didn't like it, you know? Okay. So let's see. I think it's pretty good. Hey, Jane. How are you? It's good that you're here. It's nice to see you, my friend. It's nice to see you. All right. So I just have this small light switch. I thought I had a bigger one, but I can't find it. If I find one, I'll do it again and show you guys a bigger one. But I'm thinking I might want to do this with crayon and some flowers, right? The thing that we have to just keep an eye on, and let me see if I have my awl. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I hope you're having a good morning. Where is my awl? Maybe it's in my cup. It might be in my cup. Let me see. Let me get my cup. Let's see if it's hidden. There it is. There's my awl. My father gave me this years ago. Maybe 20 years ago. All right. And we just want to mind the holes, right? Because we need those to put our screws in, right? It is so light and lovely. It really, really is. The little snowman that I made, I gifted her to my cousin for her birthday. And she just couldn't get over how light it was. She's like, what did you make this out of? It is like so incredibly light. And I said, it's Pixie dough. And she's like, I've never seen that. I'm like, well, come across the street and we'll let you see it. But it really is incredibly lightweight. And then I just kind of like pop it in, and then I push it out, and there's my little crayon. Now, what kind of desk am I using? This is a Husky workbench desk from Home Depot. It's really nice. You have international shipping activated. Woohoo! So does it go all the way to Ireland? Because my friend Sylvia wants some of this. She's going to be so happy. I'm going to message her after this live if it goes all the way to what do you call it? Yeah, gosh, Ireland. I've got live brain, y'all. I've got live brain. At least that's what I'm going to say the problem is. All right, so I'm just trimming off the little extra. That way I don't have to put this guy in the freezer. Now, if you wanted, you could put that in there. All right, you can put that in there and put it in the freezer, but I don't have time to wait, right? I'm going to keep going. So I think I like that one, but I could try it and do another one too. Hi, Penny. How are you? All right, that is good news because I have so many people that want it. You know, I have so many people that ask me that are, you know, in Ireland or England. Some people in Manchester have asked me, and I'm like, no, it doesn't ship there, but now that you do, that's wonderful. I'm going to leave the little cross off of the top of this because I know I won't be able to capture it. Well, I could try it. I'll try it. And I'm just pressing it in. You saw I cornstarched it. And then I'm going to pop it out. And I've got, see, it's stuck right where it's sticking. And I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to do better, is it's sticking to the outside of the mold. It wasn't sticking to the inside. It was sticking to the outside. Hey, Vicki, how are ya? What does this say? Say, we'll give them a shipping estimate after checkout. That sounds good. That sounds good to me. And then if it's too much, they can just change their mind for now and save up and get it. Is Lindy in here? Hi, Lindy. How are you, my friend? I am going to do this a second time. And you have to press it in, right? You have to press it in to get it into all the little nooks and crannies, right? And I'm going to pop this guy out. And you can bend this, like super bend it, right? What do you know? It worked, and I got the little cross too. Okay. So there's my little other. Just popped out of bed. Good morning. Good morning. Do you actually pop out like a Pop-Tart coming out of a toaster? I'd like to see that. Bing, and there she is. Remember the Jetsons? They did stuff like that. I bet you're like that. If I was a Jetson, I'd be Rosie. I'd be Rosie. I would definitely be Rosie. That's more my speed. All right. Let's get this off. And there's my little crown. And it's cute as can be. There it is. All right, so I think that that's good. And then we're going to look at our flowers. And this is a new one. This is a cottage garden. It's really great. I have to wait till mid-January. What'd you say? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, Peggy is not feeling well, Lindy. More like a snail crawling out of a flower bed. That's me, girl. That is me. Hey, Bridget. Good morning, friend. It's nice to see you. It is nice to see you. We're going to play with some of these, right? I'm using Little Frenchie, and this is just basic cornstarch. To be honest, I bought a Dollar Tree box of cornstarch, but I don't like the boxes, and English Garden is your very favorite. And so I just put it into this round one because I like it with the lid. All right, let's try a couple of these. I think I'm going to try this one. It kind of is a, it could be a flower, it could be a succulent, it could be whatever you want, right? And sometimes I fill it all the way, sometimes I don't. Just depends. That time it's all the way filled. You see how easy it just pops in and then just, that pops out. It's so beautiful. I have that mold on my list. It's a good one. Hi, Carol. How you doing, Jody? How are you doing, friend? Okay, so we did that one. Let's do this little, this rose. Let's do this rose. I did this rose yesterday, and it's so pretty. So there it is. Pop it in, flip it out. It is really pretty. I wish I had gotten that one. What type of mold designs would everyone like us to carry? That's a good idea. That's a really great question. That is a really great question. This is kind of like a little dahlia daisy looking flower. I don't know. Ahmad would probably be able to tell you what the flowers are. If I was a good little pixie, I would have looked them up ahead of time. But this looks like a daisy to me. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it? It's pretty. Cold coffee kisses. I love that. I need to add that to my cart. Girl, get going. I know, it's a good one. All right, here's a little one. Let's see what it looks like. We're just going to pop this guy in there. Ooh, there we go. That's very pretty. Haha, I don't know all of them either. I would like a bigger size, like a size of one of these roses. I would like a snail. I love snails. I don't know why. Just got here. What clay are you using? I am using our absolutely wonderful Pixie dough. Am I backwards? It's backwards. Good Lord, help me all. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. I'm using Pixie dough. Barbara's telling me something I just didn't see. I am slowly feeling better each day, Peggy says. Lisa, I have a great day. I need to go lay down. Okay, my friend. All right, so I'm using Pixie dough. I'm going to try this bigger flower here. It's already been dusted. It's already been dusted with the Pixie, with the cornstarch. And so I'm going to just kind of manipulate it into the petals. Right. I might need to put a bit more cornstarch in that one, but I didn't, so we'll see what happens. Usually I can pop them right out. That's pretty. Look at that one. so pretty. I might take a little scissor that I have here and just trim this little bit. I just keep these scissors by my desk because, like, instead of going to the freezer and freezing these and all that, I just use the scissors and trim them. Because it just takes a second, and I mean, it's good as gold. It's not a problem at all. A lot of it you can just tap in, you know, and it will go into the little areas there, and it'll be just fine. So you can find your way of doing it, you know. My way is my way, so it might not fit the way you like to do those. I have a mini picture frame too. I'd love to have some of these with different sizes. That would be beautiful. I don't have a picture frame handy, or else I would start loading it up on there. But you know, you could put this on anything. There's a big one. This is like a dahlia. That's really pretty. Let's see. I think I might have too much clay. I can't tell. Usually I can kind of, yeah, that's too much. I can kind of guesstimate. Especially after I play with the mold once or twice, then I know, like, I'll pinch off what I need. I was really good with that with some of the ones that we used to have. I could just, I think it's because I used to put, well, we still put them in our little taggy kits and stuff. We put castings in. Lindy and I sell taggy kits and mini bundles, and so I always put castings in. She does often too. But like when I was making 80 of them to send out when we had our big thing, I could pop them out and make a ton of them. Isn't this really pretty? What's a great idea? I'm missing that, Cindy said. I missed it. Oh, putting it around the picture frame. Yeah. I did a mirror before, a long time ago, and I didn't do it live. I did it with flowers and shells. I did it with flowers and shells. This was years ago, but I didn't use Pixie dough because I didn't know of it back then. But like, you can use this for making beautiful mirrors, you know, and picture frames. You can dress up inexpensive thrift store picture frames. Get you some magical chalk paint, because that'll just prime it right up. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at this tiny little rosebud. Tiny little rosebud. We're just seeing what we have in this. Here's another little, this one is a deep one. It's deep in there. So let's pop some dough. Pop that dough in there. Then, like, you can make these and just keep them and pop them out for whenever you need. That's like a little berry or a bud. I don't know. It's really sweet. Talking about picture frame molds, which would be fun. I agree. I think that would be great. I don't think I have a picture frame in here, or else we could pop some of these on there. I do not. But, you know, we can do that another day, right? I'm going to be here next Thursday. Maybe I can do a picture frame with y'all. Because goodness knows I got one somewhere in here. I can fancy it up. There we go. Pop that in there. This is another bud. Oh, that's so pretty. Look how pretty. Little buds. They're sweet, aren't they? Let's do this one. This one, I don't know what it looks like. Sometimes the deeper ones I can't envision until I see them. It's almost ginkgo leavish, but I can't tell. That's a little bit much, so you can just pick a little bit off. Put it on your ball of pixie dough. I like that great big one. I think that's really pretty. Oh, that's like a violet. That's like a violet, right? Isn't it pretty? It's a pansy, okay. We could decoupage a pretty little design on the inside and paint the frame. It would be beautiful. I used to do a lot of things with frames, and I used to do shells a lot on frames. And but I know that we could make a beauty with these on the frame. I've done it on framed art that I've made. You know, I add flowers to it and such. And inside shadow boxes, it looks lovely. There's a pretty little leaf. Yeah, that probably is a pansy. That is probably a pansy. And I think I need to try this one. And that's about the last one, I think, don't I? I think I've tried them all. I think I have. I don't know. I think I have. But we can do a couple extras because I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. Now that I see all these flowers, I'm thinking, do I want to put a crown? Or do I want to put like all flowers on it and just make it a floral? Because it'll probably go right here. I could put it right here on my... I have done this before, and I have used, before I knew about Paint Pixie, and I used IOD molds, and I did the bee one, and I have it throughout my house, because these are really, really neat. You could do these on your little, what do you call it? Outlet covers too. You know, it just is something pretty. And if you make it the same color as your wall paint, then it kind of just is there, and you know it's there, and people will say, oh my gosh, okay. There it is. What does she say? Be careful. Oh, it's cornstarch. It's cornstarch. It's not that crusty stuff. It's just cornstarch. All right, so let's bring this out and look at it, because it's not big. And I think I'm going to put my dough back into its little pack for now, because it's air dry clay, so you know what air does, right? Hello, it's in the name of it. Air will dry it. So when you put it into your bag, I usually pat it out like this, and then I close the bag, and then I burp out all of the air. And I really take my time and do this. I won't do that right now, but I really do, because I don't waste my pixie dough. That is a no-no for me. Okay, so let's look at how we want to lay this out. I don't know, something is telling me that this is so pretty, but I guess it's maybe too big, because it won't make sense maybe. So let's just look at how we could lay this out. We're going to see. Okay, so if I want to put a crown, I kind of like the little chunky crown. So I might put that one up top, and my crown will be there. So let me get my, I'm using Titebond. Excuse me, Titebond, quick and thick. I like using this. It works like a dream. I have light switches that I've had it up for 5 years now, maybe 4, and I used my Titebond, and it just sticks great. And yeah, so we're just gonna put it on. There's our little crown. And you can make these for your kids, your grandkids, or you can invite them over and let them make their own bedroom light switch, right? I mean, who wouldn't like to do that? That would be fun. And you know, if you have little grandsons, and they want something like dinosaurs or something like that, you can get them some of that at some little ice trays that are shaped like dinosaurs and all that sort of stuff, and that would be cute. All right, so I'm just going to put a mix of flowers on here. It's going to just be all cute and florally. And the good thing is, like, there's so many different sizes of flowers in this mold that, like, you have lots of choices. So I'm going to go around my hole, right, my light switch hole. And I am going to kind of curve these a little bit, because I don't want them to be in, I don't want them to be sticking out, so that, like, when, you know how you absentmindedly flick your lights off and on, you don't want any edges that you're going to catch, and that will cause them to knock off. You know, you can't hit them. And I know that, like, I sometimes in the night am like, you know, and I don't want to break my beautiful light switch. Okay, so I'm getting a Clorox wipe just to wipe off extra, what do you call it, glue as I'm going. Not that it matters, because you're going to paint, but, you know, if you can keep it a bit tidy. I almost knocked over my, I still have my beautiful Christmas memories candle from Lynchburg Candles, and oh my goodness, just brightens my day to light. I love coming in, shutting the door to everything outside, and light my candle, turn on my sounds, bring my coffee, and create. That's a good thing, right? Okay. Let's see what else we can do. Let's put another, you could tuck another crown in if you really wanted to. I don't know. I could do that. Where's my glue? I'll put this other little crown. I might give this to my cousin has a little daughter. She might like something like this, a little magical light switch for her bedroom. Okay. So look at that. Hi Catherine. Hey Laurie. How are you guys? We're just playing today. We are just playing. Hi Charlene. Hello. How are you this morning? And how's Ahmad? He has been coughing his head off, but he took some medication and laid down. So he might be resting because he was up all night. He scared me. I was like, I don't know. I get nervous. I get nervous when he gets sick like that. All right, so we're going to just keep tucking flowers in. Maybe I'll put a leaf in here. I think I'll put a leaf. Do you remember when I did the, hey Pat, a lot of my crafts I give to family and friends. Me too. It's like you can only keep so much. But these kind of things, like if you're looking for something to do and you don't have like, you're getting tired of like figuring out where to put everything, you know, I get like that. Where am I going to put this? You can make these little light switches and just tuck them throughout your house, and that'll give you activities to do. And it's just kind of upgrading, you know, making something menial like a light switch into art, right? I like it, and people will notice when they come to your home, and they'll see the little light switches. So like if you wanted, you could make several extras and just do them in a plain, like maybe a light gray with some white or something, and have them in little candy bags with the little top, you know, how you can make them cute with twine, and let them take one home, you know. I love having things like this available at my home so that like, if my friends come over and they like it, I'll be like, oh, well, why don't you take home one? You know, because everybody can use a light switch or a outlet cover. Everybody can. You're right, Stephanie, you're right. So, you know, it's just a fun little thing to have around. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Well, let's see if I'm going to put this. Is it going to work? Should I scooch this guy over a little bit? Make room. I'm going to put that up here, I think. I love this little daisy. It reminds me of my grandmother. My grandmother loved simple flowers, and she loved daisies and cone flowers and those kind of flowers. Okay. And we're going to put this rose up here. You don't want to go over the hole because, you know, the switch has to come through. Hello. We know that though, don't we? And then we're going to put this right here. And it looks kind of like, okay, I don't know, it's a lot of flowers on there, Lace. I'm like, yeah, it'll be all right. And it will. It'll be pretty. And we could tuck a little bud in if we wanted. I kind of love this little pansy. I'm wondering if I could squish this guy. See, he's still able to be moved a bit, right? We can rotate him down and push this guy up a bit and see if we can make room for this little pansy, because they're sweet little flowers that you can, pansies are first flowers of spring kind of flowers. They don't mind a little bit of cold. And so like you can pop that little pansy in there. I don't know. Can I go over it a bit? Why not? We're just going to go over it. Western theme molds would be nice. Some kitchen switch covers would look good too. I agree. You could do anything you have, you know, use what molds you have. I think that I have all of them because, you know, I love Pixie dough and I have worked with all of them. I think that you can use any of them to be on one of these, right? Okay, I have to leave room for that hole. Where are we going to put this little bud? This little bud's going to live up in here. See how we're doing? I'll just squish it on there. Give it a little wiggle jiggle, and then the glue will go under all the bits, right? Give it a little push. This would be a fun little birthday party thing, like for girls. middle school like that, you know, maybe 5th grade, 6th grade. You could do a light switch, have like a party that a make and take, maybe for a birthday party or something, because you can get a ton of flowers out of 1 pack of pixie dough. You really can. And then just let them make light switches. I think it's pretty, right? It's really pretty. Okay, this guy is going to scoot up here, and I'm going to make room for this guy up in here. We could just kind of put a little glue in. Pixie dough sticks to things, which is wonderful. And so it'll do a little bit of the work for you. It'll do a little bit of the work for you. Look how cute. I think I'm going to get another bud. Where's my awl? I want to make sure. Yeah, that's definitely. I want to make another bud. Oh, here's another little bud. I don't have to make it. I already made it. Put this right in here. And it can kind of overlap. It's all right. There's no rules. And there, it's kind of pretty, right? Reminds me like the top of one of those loaf, Christmas loaves of something from that fancy kitchen store that has all the beautiful loaf pans and stuff. Doesn't it look so pretty? Okay, let's wipe this a little bit. So that way I don't glue myself out of the bottle. Because I do stuff like that. You love it? It's really easy. I think that, like I said, this would make a great make and take for your girlfriends, you know. I know my friends come once a month. And if Ahmad is well and stuff, he'll make us dinner because they love to have Pakistani food. And so we'll sit around, we'll have a meal and watch a movie or whatever we do. But like doing something like this, I might have to pull this out one time and have them play, because they're interested a lot in our art wellness that Lindy and I have, because they want to learn to calm themselves. Beth is a teacher, Julie is a hairdresser, and Amy is a nurse. And so I think it would be a great make and take. Or just a girls' night in, or whatever. You could do this with your little neighbor girl and get her a light switch, and she could make one for her bedroom, you know. I think that it's great fun. Let's flip this guy over. I was thinking it might be clean. No luck there. No, Lord help me, it's all dirty, but that's okay. And we're just going to paint, okay? And I'm thinking, where am I going to put this guy? Am I going to put it in here? I was thinking, am I going to paint this room? For some reason, I was thinking I wanted to paint this room Dreamsicle. You know, I really would love, and once I get everything cleaned, I would love to paint this room Dreamsicle. And my neighbor girls are my age and older. All right, well, you know what? You can have a make and take with them, Joe. I can only imagine the fun things that we would do together if I lived nearby. Oh my God, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to do this dark gray. So I think I'm thinking Foggy Martini. I don't know why I'm putting that on my lap. Whee, throw that out of here. Okay. Or do I want figgy pudding? Foggy Martini, I think. I'm going to see about that. If I can find it. It's licorice. It's another licorice. Oh, Lord help me. Huh? Okay, so it's going to be... Oh, there it is. Foggy Martini. Y'all, I want you to see, I made my paints up on the wall so nice for my big bottles of paint. It's like I was proud of myself. All right, so I'm just going to put a little paint on here. And I'm going to get my softest brush, which we don't have anymore, but, you know, a lot of my customers bought it. It's called a mop brush. So I've wet it a bit. Then I'm going to come in. I'm going to get that. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to paint this. Now, the smart thing to do, which I did not do, would have been to paint the, what do you call it? My grandchildren spent spring break enjoying Pixie though. Oh, that's awesome. Would have been to paint the light switch, your base color first. But, you know, I told you my brain is not with me today. So you getting half a brain, Lisa. So how about that? But that would have been the smart thing, because that's what I did with all of my other ones. I base painted whatever color. I used actually the paint colors from the walls, and base painted all of my switch plates, and then I decorated them with the Pixie dough, or the dough clay, whatever you want to call it. And then I did the top coat, you know, to be the same as the color of the plate or the base color of the project. And that would be it. Amanda, I did a butter dish 3 years ago and sealed it with force field, and it's holding up great. Oh, that sounds like fun. If you do the outside part of it, I mean, you're washing basically the dish part, the bottom part, and the top part, yeah, you might accidentally glunk it down into the butter. If you're like me, you will. But, like, you can wipe it. Force field is definitely a wonderful thing. I mean, if it can go outside, it could be in your butter dish, you know. Cover your butter dish. All right. I've done flower pots with Pixie dough and force field, and they've lasted forever. I gifted those. I love to make flower pots for people. There's a little resale place down the street. She wanted to me to make flower pots for her, but she wanted to keep half of the price, and you know, half of the price is what you have in it. So I was like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work, my friend. We can't be doing that. But people love getting flower pots, and you can gussy up those Dollar Tree flower pots and those Dollar Tree watering cans, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So why not start now, and you'll have all your stuff ready to put outside, right? You can have all your stuff ready for your porch for spring. Oh, now they're going to be cutting down a tree beside my house, so you'll be hearing that a little bit. It's okay though, right? Okay, so I'm just gently, and this is still, you know, this clay has not had time to even get to the leather stage, right? But if you are gentle with your brush, you can paint it right away. People ask me all the time, do you glue it on while the clay is freshly casted? And I'm like, yes, I do. You just have to use a gentle touch. When I was in my studio, I would always tell, because I worked with a good bit of kids, and I would always say, it's like you're petting a baby bird. You know, you just want to be gentle. You don't want to press and, you know, use full force, because you'll collapse your beautiful little casting that you did, right? And so you just, that's it. It actually looks like it's made of cement now. It really does. This would be beautiful on a pot. I'm gonna have to get a couple of pots and clean them from the porch, and we can do a couple of little pots. But look how pretty, doesn't it? It looks like casted cement. The critter mold project. I have it right here. I'll show you. I'll show you that one. Look how pretty that is, right? It's so pretty. If I do say so myself. Sometimes, you know, you're allowed to say, when you're making something and you love it, you're allowed to say, hey, my goodness, I made that and it's pretty. Right? I was always like taught that was bragging, but really it's not bragging. It's making a comment that is true. Right? Okay. Put that in there. Got to get down in these little spots down there. But I can do it again after it's dry. Like if you wanted, you could let this sit for a couple days, and then you wouldn't have to be so gentle. But I'm live with you, so I got to do it now, right? Okay, let's put this into water. Oh, they're taking down this really big, beautiful tree, but it's having problems. So I guess there's no other way. We can't save some of them. Oh, look, and I just stood up and I'm seeing spots. So I'm just going to get that and put it down in here. Sometimes you have to stand up and see your stuff and look from different ways. Okay, you just don't want to see any white, you know? Okay, let me grab that while I'm here. Oy. My goodness. This is my letter that I did. I couldn't decide if I was going to give it away or keep it because I just loved it so much. And so it's still here. And that's my letter. You can get these letters at Walmart, right? Look how pretty this is. Hi, Deb. How are you? It's good to see you. It's just one of those little MDF letters. And then I did all the stuff here. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I so appreciate that. See how pretty this is? And that's what we're doing. We're just making a matching thing. So if, like, you know, someone is having a new baby and you know the first letter of the name, you could make them or you could even do their whole name. That'd be absolutely gorgeous. You can go on Etsy, and there are people that will cut out your name out of MDF. Thank you, Pat. And you could do your whole name or whatever. It would be absolutely gorgeous. And then do a light switch or two, and maybe a little switch cover, because babies are down low. So if they see those little switch covers, you know. And once you pixie dough it, you paint it and you seal it, you know, pixie dough is really pretty sturdy, you know. Like, this is pixie dough, and like, it's hard, right? It's not like, just because it's fluffy now. Could you use the flowers for a girl and the critters? Whoops, oh my goodness. And critters for a boy? Yeah, you could, for sure. If you have it. Do we still have the critters mold? Because the critters mold is fabulous. I mean, so many beautiful things. We had a little bird. We had butterflies. I love all of it. Like, I have all of mine. I don't ever, I will not get rid of them just because they're out of stock. Because these I treasure. I don't use them as much live because we do have the critters mold. Okay, I'm going to show you that. I have to dry even down in the low colors. This is the little bird. I don't know if we still have the bird, but it's fabulous. It's so awesome. Oh, goodness. I don't know. I've got so many. There's the butterflies. There's the critters. We have some birds left too. The birds, if you guys don't have a bird, get a bird. They're beautiful. They are so beautiful. You can tuck them in and perch them on places. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Look at that little bird. The critters mold is this, and look how many little critters you get. Like, oh, there's a tiny little snail. Love, 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 right? So, like, there's this is beautiful. And so that is this and this, and I think I used a couple of the succulent-y kind of flowers. I used a lot of different things, but look, this is all of our molds, but you can see the little critters in there. Where's a critter so I can post it? There's an inchworm. See him? There's an inchworm. And there's the snail. Look at the little baby snail. I think that being a Pixie brand ambassador, you should have all of them. I do. I do. There's the little happy joy frog. Look at him. He's like, happy, happy, joy, joy. Yeah, he's so cute. Do I have any other ones? I think that's all I have in here. Oh, wait. There's a little ladybug. There's little Miss Lady Bugatti. Right there. Would love to see a little bit bigger bugs. Maybe she can work on that. Josie is listening. Josie, that's why, like, if you notice, like, I don't know a lot of people that watch their people and care about what their people are doing the way Josie does. And she hears you, she sees you, and that's so wonderful. No, I don't think so. You're back, Barb. You're not resting, girl. I would love to get some molds and do this, but I need paint and all the things. Yep, I get it. But if you want the bugs, the critters, or the bird, you should get that. Hold on to it, right? Hold on to it. And I'm sure you probably have other paint you could use, but the molds, you know, it will go. That's the only thing, you know. I don't know that she can get some of them back. Do I have my, yep, I thought so. I use this dreamsicle so much that I have it here. No heart molds, but I like that idea. Yay! All right, so here's this. And I am going to get out little D. I'm going to get out my little D. This brush is one of my absolute favorites. Oh, thank you, Barb. You're so sweet. All right, so we're going to load up one side of my paddle brush, which is my little D. I hold it like a little paddle, and then I'm going to show you once. Here it is before, so you can see it. And then we're going to start brushing along gently the tops. And it's going to make this come alive. It's alive! Not in a creepy way, in a beautiful way, right? I would love to see the flower pots that you do. Well, we'll do one together. How about that? Come back, Rita. I'm on Telegram. I'll put my link and you can join my Telegram. Then you'll know when I'm going live. And I go live on Paint Pixie almost every Thursday. Now, once in a while I have to switch that because I take my husband to, you know, appointments and stuff. But I'm pretty much the Thursday morning girl. Like, I'm like the Thursday morning crafting girl. 11 o'clock is usually the time that I like to pick because it gives me time to get up and get this looking decent. And anyway, oh, wrong color. See, that's what happens sometimes. That's what happens sometimes. No sweat. No sweat. See what we do? We're just getting it all on this one side. My brush is just gently, and I always go in this way. Like, I never push my bristles wrong because I love this brush and I want it to last. This is a professional brush. This is not just a regular everyday brush. So I try to mind my manners with it and watch the bristles and stuff, you know. If you treat it with respect, it's going to last you a long, 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 long time. And that means you have to clean it after you're finished. You can't, like, let it sit in water for 15 days and then, you know, I mean, it'll take its toll. And we want to be respectful of these things because we've worked hard to make the money to buy them, right? And so we have to respect them and wash them right away. That's one thing I don't do. I don't disrespect my Paint Pixie brushes. I do not. They bring me joy and happiness, and they do a job that I love. And so in return, I use the brush suds, and I love it. You know, the brush suds is actually what I wash my hands with after, right? Look at my hands, right? These are messy artist hands, right? These aren't beautiful hands. These are arthritic, messy hands. But like you can see, I get the glue on my fingers. This paint, it's, you know, it's chalk paint. And so it sticks, right? But I use that little suds, what do you call it? The soap, I forget what it's called, a suds bar, I forget. I just now said it, but 2 minutes later I can't even remember. But I use it because it comes in a little pouchy, and I rub it on my hands, and I gently do it in warm water, and all of this will come off. I used to use one of those little scrubbies on my hands, and my hands would just be destroyed. My fingertips were like bad. I'd always have to use that working hands lotion, you know. But no more of that, because I used that, the suds, what is it called? Good Lord, I know you said it. The suds bar, suds brush soap, okay. And it's lovely. I like the orange. There's another scent, I think it's lemon maybe, I forget, but they're both wonderful. Light, fresh scent, nothing heavy and awful. It doesn't smell like work, you know, something that you would use to take care of brushes and dirty hands. It smells very fresh and light. And I hang it on my lemon and orange. I like the orange the best. I hang it on my little faucet thing, and I know that some people say, oh no, it makes a mark because the soap is dark. Well, I have a copper sink, so it doesn't make a mark on mine, and it's just soap, so it's not going to like hurt anything. Anyway, look how pretty that is. But there's one thing that we must not forget, right? Before we put it on, look at the tips of our what do you call it? Screws. I hang mine on the faucet too, and it dries out like exactly. I mean, I'm using it to wash my hands, so whenever I'm done, I kind of give it a little squeeze, and I just gently squeeze out whatever, and I don't just hang it there, and it just like hangs out and waits for me for the next day, right? I mean, it's good like that. I'm going to put this down into Pixie dough because I need to paint the tops of this, right? And so that's where that little bit that I had here might come in, right? And I don't have enough, I don't think, so I'm going to get another. Do I have enough to do that? Yep. Maybe not. There we go. There's another little dibble dabble. But hit the top of your screws so that they don't stick out like a sore thumb, you know? Hit the top of your screws. Because when I did the first time, I forgot to do that. And so I just, I have soap too. I just don't know how to properly use it. Okay, I'm going to show you. we're going to pretend. We're going to have make-believe time here. Okay. So we're going to tap this in here. For some reason, I need to put a little bit more paint on the brush. All right. There we go. So now my little screws have the same color tops as this, so it'll all blend in nicely. Okay. Let's pretend that this is a bar of soap. We'll use this one, right? So this is the bar of soap. It comes in a little bag. Are you going to paint the switch too? I did. Oh, yeah, you can. Yes, yes, yes. I do that. Because otherwise it looks weird. It looks weird. So yes, I do paint the switch. I know what you were saying now. But there's my, isn't it beautiful? Tell me that, like, you could make these. If you are a person that does craft sales, craft shows, why not make some of these? Put them down in a sweet little bag with a frilly top and a piece of twine at the top and sell these. I mean, if you do them in neutrals, people will buy them because they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, who wouldn't want this in their room? Seriously. And it's pennies to make. I forget how much this light switch is. It's maybe $1, under $1. And so I think that this is a really wonderful, wonderful gift. I'm going to do this again on my main page on for Craft Around the Clock. I'm going to look and see if I can find that big one. It might be out in the kitchen somewhere. But back to the brush soap. So this is our pretend brush soap. I don't have one in here. I keep it in the kitchen. And I always have an extra one because I don't want to run out. I keep one in the drawer with the like ladles and weird stuff that I barely use. So this is a bar of soap and it's in a little meshy bag. And it has a drawstring. And so you pull the little drawstring and you can put it around your faucet or whatever. So I get my brush soap and I put on my water to be like lukewarm. And I just kind of get my soap and I go like this until it gets sudsy, right? It's going to get sudsy. You got to give it a little bit. I don't know what's going on, Deb. I have had trouble, but not as much trouble as others. It's been shutting people down. So anyway, I leave it in my mesh bag and I rub. And then I lay it in the base of my sink. Then I get my brush and I go like this. And then I put it down and I have a little vegetable brush that I have to have a drink. Sorry about that. I have a little vegetable brush that I only use for my paint brushes. And so I get it and I do this, right? I'm being gentle. I lay it down, I get my brush and I brush my little bristles like this. And then I flip it over and I brush it and then I rinse it. And if I see that all the paint is clean and I go in and I check in there and make sure that it is clean, then I can put my brush down. And I usually put it down on a, I have maybe something laying there that I lay out. I don't have cat bowls and stuff that I give cat treats in. So anyway, I'll lay it like this and I'll just have it like this so that anything in there can come out, right? And I'll probably have a cloth under it. And they'll just dry like this. And then I'll come back and I'll flip it over and I'll do the same. And if I'm doing one of these, right, I'll be doing the same. This is my brush soap, remember? And it's in that little meshy bag, so it really helps. And so you can just kind of brush, and then do what I said. I use a bristle, that vegetable brush, and I go just along and I bring it out like this. then I will rinse it, and I'll give this a really good squeeze, and then I'll give it one of these, like this. And I gently do this with a cloth to get in between, and because like I don't want a bunch of water laying down in the ferrule of this. And so I'll just gently go like this. And then I always tend to angle my brushes when I'm laying them down. Not enough that it smashes my bristles, because we don't want to do that. But I angle it so that if there is any wetness that got up in here, it's going to come out. And so I just gently tip it like that. And then again, this one is the same. I would just brush, 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 lay it down, use my little vegetable brush. Make sure you're going in the way of the, don't ever go like this. You'll jam them and you'll wreck it. Be gentle. You paid money for these. These are not junk brushes. These are professional grade brushes. So you laid it down, and then you just go in the direction of the bristles and make sure that all that paint is out. And then once again, I'll rinse it, and then I'll go like this. And I just come in and I gently fluff them a little bit. And I know it seems like it takes time, but that's because I'm talking to you and doing it. It takes like minutes to do all of them. And I am serious, I don't mess with my brushes. So like leaving them like this down in water for hours, that's a no. That's a no. It's better if you know that you're not going to be able to wash them right away, like you have something to do and you have to run out the door. So that's where we have these little pouchy things. And I know that they're made for bigger brushes, but I use them anyway. I use them anyway. So what I'll do is I'll get, oh lordy. Anyway, I can't open bags today, huh? It's one of those days. Anyway, I'll get one of these guys, right? And like this is the hole for the, what do you call it? That's the handles of the brush. But anyway, I'll open this. Okay. And then if I know I'm going to only be gone for an hour or so and I'm coming right back, I'll get myself a baby wipe. I won't put them in a Clorox wipe, but for now I'm going to show. Or you could use a wet paper towel or whatever. And I will make sure that my brushes are damp. I'm not going to let them be dry. And then I will, maybe not this one because it's got a chunky bottom, right? Like me, it's got a chunky bottom. And then I'll wrap this up. This is a wet paper towel or baby wipe, right? And then I will put this like this. And I don't care, I'll pull it right through that hole because it'll give. And then I take it. And, you know, you can lay it in the refrigerator and it'll keep it moist and stuff. And that's what I do. I don't let my, I never, and this is the truth, I never let my bristles like dry with paint in them like this. No way. Nope. Because like I said, you're going to pay money for these. They're beautiful brushes. And so I always, you know, handle them with love and respect. And then in turn, they serve me well. So anyway, I think Josie said that there's a YouTube for that. So maybe Josie can, my throat is really bothering me. So I'm going to have to go here soon. But maybe Josie could put that link in here. There it is. There it is. Thank you. So that'll help you a bit better than what I did. But that, what I told you, that's how I do it. I use a very soft vegetable brush on them. And thank you, Joes. And anyway, it works out just well. It really does. And there's my little screws. So you can see they're going to match. Don't forget, you're right. Cindy said, do you paint the switch? And I do. I do paint the switch, right? No judging. It was 4 years ago. It's all right. Hey, anything that's helpful is good. We're not fancy here, right? We're not fancy. So the only thing I have to do when I'm putting this in is be mindful that my crowns are facing up, right? So there's my project for today. I hope you all liked it. I, of course, always love spending time here with you. Paint Pixie products are something that are close to my heart. I absolutely love working with the company, working with Josie, and I think that there are endless ways to use Pixie dough. And I hope that this year, the new year coming up, because the next time I see you, it'll be 2024, right? I am hoping that that will be a wonderful year of us creating using our pixie dough and magical chalk paints together. So if you are interested in anything, my link is here. If you know you're Lindy's customer, I know she was here, use her link, and we just want everybody to try our products and see how wonderful it is to create with this great little medium. It's great. So there's our sweet little light switch. You can make it your own. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun with it. So have a super awesome end of the year. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you. I'll be here, God willing, next Thursday at 11. And there's Lindy. I love you too, my friend. And Lindy and I would like to invite you. We would love to have you join us in our paid group, the Art Wellness Collaborative. I'm sorry, I can't think today. And if you want more information on that, just reach out to one of us. We do wonderful, fun things every single day. Last night I taught Watercolor Wednesday. We did a slow moving, sweet little snail to bring us into the new year, because we're not in any rush. We're going to take this new year very, very slowly and calm and have a wonderful 2024 together. And we invite you to do that too. Thank you so much. Today is Thursday. Yes, it is. Next Thursday, I will see you again, right? I will see you again next Thursday. So take care. Bye.